right. Hey, everybody. Good to be here today. If you are watching live, whatever platform you're watching on, just say hi in the chat. If I don't see it while I'm live, I will circle back and read those comments. If you're watching the replay, let me know that as well. So welcome, welcome. It's good to be here with you today. I'm going to dive into something that's really personal and raw, something I hear again and again from clients, from friends, even high performing entrepreneurs. And they say things like, why does everything take me so much longer than it should? Why can't I just do what I planned out to do? What is wrong with me? I feel like a failure. So if that hits close to home, then you're not alone. Excuse me. Hang on just a second. We're going to talk about why your goals take longer and what to do about it. Because you're not failing, you just misunderstood. But you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not broken. Today, we're going to unpack why so many smart, capable people, especially those of us with ADHD traits or distracted brains, why we feel stuck in this loop of underachievement and shame. And I'll show you some practical shifts that can help you start feeling successful before you cross the finish line of every goal. So let's just name it. It is deeply frustrating when you have good intentions, you have exciting plans, even full calendars, but somehow the day ends and the to-do list just looks the same. Do you know what I mean? Or worse, sometimes it's longer. And then you start beating yourself up and you think, I should have finished this already. Start shooting all over yourself. I should have finished this already. Other people are doing way more than me. Why can't I just follow through? And that feeling, that low hum of shame is what I call the productivity spiral. It's a little bit different than imposter syndrome, which you've heard of before, but it starts with unmet goals and it ends with questioning your worth. Because it's not that you think you can't do it, but you're frustrated that you're not doing it. But here's the truth, you're not failing. You're just trying to do too much, too fast, without a brain-based strategy that fits you. And maybe everything takes longer than you expect. And if that's the case, it's not your fault. If you have ADHD for real, or if you just think you do, that you have those symptoms, let's talk about time blindness. So if you've ever just grossly underestimated how long something will take, welcome to the club. This is incredibly common for people with ADHD or people who have high distractibility. It's very common. Our brains, they struggle with estimating time. We don't have an accurate sense of time. We underestimate how long tasks are going to take, especially if it's something boring, because it's like we think, because we don't really want to do it, we just fool ourselves into thinking it's not going to take long. So we don't allow enough time for it. And we forget to account for transitions, interruptions, being really tired, things like that. We want to feel good now, not 3 hours from now. So what happens? You plan your day with the best of intentions, but based on fictional timelines. It's not real. It's not realistic. Excuse me. So you think you'll write that report in 30 minutes, but it really, in reality, takes 2 hours. or you expect to finish a whole project this week, but you forget you have 10 meetings and 8 emails that turn into 45-minute detours, right? You're not lazy. You're just using a broken mental calendar. And it gets you stuck in that shame cycle and it holds you back. So here's the really tricky part. When you don't meet your goals, you start to feel ashamed. And that shame actually kills motivation. And you think, I can't trust myself to follow through. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. And when you say stuff like that to yourself, I'm sorry, I have been dealing with allergies. Sorry about my voice. But when you say stuff like that to yourself, you procrastinate more because you don't, it's like your brain is playing tricks on yourself. You avoid the task. You lose momentum. And the next time you sit down to work, you carry all that baggage with you. And it's not just a time issue. That's the thing. It's an emotional cycle. And you have to realize that before it'll get any better. Because if all you're doing is trying different time management tricks and you're not addressing the emotions, it's not going to work. It's an emotional cycle, and it's one that's reinforced every time you set unrealistic expectations and you don't meet them. So that's why today I want to shift the way you think about goals and how you measure success. Okay. All right. You guys ready? I think traditional goal setting fails distracted brains. Most goal setting advice that's out there, it's built for neurotypical brains that operates on stable routines and reliable attention. But if you struggle with distraction, mental fatigue, or executive dysfunction, traditional planning can backfire. It actually makes you feel worse. It creates false deadlines and pressure and shame. So, what's the solution? You need goals that actually flex with your energy, not your calendar. And I talk about energy all the time, and I don't mean like weird woo-woo energy. I mean actual physical and mental energy. You need wins that happen in motion, not just at the end. We're not really great with the whole delayed gratification thing, are we? So you need systems that reward momentum, not perfection. So you need some mindset shifts to escape that failure loop. So let me give you 3 shifts that can change everything. Number 1, progress is not measured by completion. I know that's not what you expected me to say, but it's true. Progress is not measured by completion. It's measured by forward motion. Maybe you're not finished, but you're moving forward. That's a win, even if it's not done. I want you to hear me on this because this is where a lot of people get stuck and they stay here. All right. So progress is not measured by completion. It's measured by forward motion. All right. Did you clarify the next step? That's progress. That's progress. Success isn't just finishing, it's showing up with intention. That is so important to understand. All right, mindset shift number 2. You're allowed to adjust timelines without guilt. You're allowed to. It's okay. Repeat after me. Just because I didn't finish it today doesn't mean I failed. Say it. Just because I didn't finish today doesn't mean I failed. Doesn't that make you feel better? So shift from arbitrary pressure to compassionate planning. Build in buffers. Expect delays. That's not lowering the bar. That's being realistic. This is what successful people do. They're flexible. So Shift number three, done is not the only kind of success. Done is not the only kind of success. You can have success by moving forward, even if it's not all the way finished. So think about this, like, did you learn something today? Did you make a decision? Did you eliminate a distraction? All of those count. Those are successes. So start defining success as a micro win. Those micro wins add up over time. So let's get practical. So here are a few strategies to help you feel capable and accomplished again. These are very practical. Write these down if you can. I want you to use time tracking for awareness. Track how long things actually take you to do, not to judge yourself, but to reset your internal clock. And it helps you become more accurate at estimating time. Number two, break goals down until they're just laughably small. I mean, tiny, tiny steps. Because if a task feels overwhelming, you can make it smaller. Then you can make it smaller again. Then you can make that step even smaller again until your brain says, I could do that in my sleep, you know? It's not overwhelming anymore. A big thing is just made up of little tiny steps along the way. Those are little micro wins. All right, another strategy, use a minimal viable wins. What do I mean by that? Instead of writing a whole blog post, your win is opening the document and outline 3 points. That's a win. That's your goal for the day. If you do more, great. But you've already won because you made your goal something doable, something smaller. And this is not, like I said, it's not lowering the bar because those little steps are important. They're part of it. So just back up your goal and make the small step forward your goal instead of all the way till the end. I can't celebrate a win until it's completely finished. What about the little wins along the way, you know? So another important thing to remember is you've got to build recovery time into your plans. You're not a robot. Fatigue, emotions, distractions, they're going to happen. They're part of life. Planning only for your best case energy sets you up to fail. So plan for real life. Real life. It's okay. All right, let's take a breath together. I want to remind you, you are not a failure. You're someone with a powerful brain that works differently, and that requires different tools. Your goals are still valid. Your dreams are still possible. You're not behind. You're on a path that honors your wiring. And every time you show up, even imperfectly, that's winning. Showing up is winning. So if this resonated with you, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Have you been stuck in that loop of everything takes too long, I must be broken? Let's talk about it, not with shame, but with strategy and support. You're not failing. You're learning how to thrive on your own terms. And so if this resonated with you, I want you to hit like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the things. Reach out to me if you want help. I realize that probably 1 out of every 8 to 10 people that I have a chat with on Zoom is going to join my coaching program. So it's okay if you and I talk and we just mutually decide that coaching is not a right fit for you. It's okay. I still love helping people. And so if you want to chat with me, you want to find out more about my new coaching program and whether that might be a good way to help you kind of hit the easy button and jumpstart your success, then just let me know in the comments and we'll connect. But thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope that this has been helpful. I want you to take some of these strategies and actually do them. I'll see